When war broke out in August 1914, the local people of Annandale reacted as patriotically as any, volunteering in great numbers to serve king and country. When the KOSB territorials left Annan for foreign fields, they were sure that this great and just war would be over by Christmas. As naval reservists from back of the hill Annan set off from the Glasgow and South Western Railway Station to the strains of blue bonnets over the border, little did they realise that the handkerchiefs that were used to wave them off with would soon be needed to soak up many a tear. One example of gritty local courage was Pipe Major Robert Mackenzie, a veteran of the Sudan campaign. He was 58 years old and the janitor and school attendance officer at Annan Academy in 1914 when war broke out. Without hesitation, he signed up to serve in France and resisted all attempts to keep him at home helping to train recruits. He told a friend before he set off, "I will strive to do my duty, but if fate shall so will that I shall not return, I can assure you that there is no nobler death that I should wish than to die upon the battlefield." His words were to prove prophetic. Pipe Major Mackenzie was shot on September the 25th, 1915, and had to have a leg amputated. When the advance was sounded, Mackenzie was the first over the parapet. He played the pipes until he was wounded. He somehow crawled back and threw the pipes over for safety. He lay for 36 hours before receiving attention. Pipe Major Mackenzie wrote from his French hospital bed, "I am pleased to say I am getting on well. It is 4 days since my left leg was amputated above the knee, and I still feel it is complete. I've been turned on my right side. Last night I slept for 6 hours right off, and I feel much better for it. The medical staff here are all Americans, and are all kind to the poor suffering soldiers. You must see my kilt and pipes. I will try to bring them home as a souvenir." Next day, Mackenzie was dead. The loss of blood from his operation proved too much. He died aged 59 years. It had soon become very clear that the British troops were up against superior German firepower. This was confirmed locally by men at the front and by the generals commanding the forces. Local Captain H.R. Irving wrote home, "This is a fearful war. The Germans never wait for the bayonets but always break at the last moment. The worst is their fearful artillery. It is fearful being shelled by the hour without being able to reply or do anything. The fellows look awful wrecks. Their nerves get so bad. Their guns are much superior to ours. Otherwise I think the war would be over quickly. Must be off as firing is approaching."